So a lot of the times after a breakup, the hardest part is honestly reinvention. This is actually the toughest part. And thankfully, after 6 to 8 years of studying website design, of studying branding, of studying basically design theory and communication, it occurred to me that this was actually one of the sacred systems that honestly always helped me evolve. It always helped me to make a new leap, to make a new identity for myself. And while it's not always necessary after a breakup, because low key, some of us make too much of a change. Like we make too much of a dramatic shift when all we really needed to do was kind of just take the L and take it on the chin. That is sometimes that is sometimes what it comes down to. But most of the time, it does call for a reinvention. It's a place, a time in your life to truly look back. You don't have to worry about anyone else, right? And truly begin the process of self reinvention. And I call this self design. Now, what I've done, and I mean, this is actually like part of the system that I'm doing, and I'm trying to just break it down into pieces. If you want the whole system, I made a keynote for that, and I will actually be sharing that pretty soon. But I am selling that as well. Nonetheless, if you just stick to this content, I'm going to give it to you anyway. Here's the thing. In in my TikTok videos, I'm creating a persona. I'm creating a skit-like character. This is to both be entertaining and also keep my substantial philosophical points when it comes down to marketing. And I have to make it a little excess. So I decided to craft Kierkegaard and joggers, right? So think perhaps even like Nietzsche, but I don't think I have the Nietzschean effect, the will to power that much just yet, right? That type of shit. So what it comes down to is like, honestly, here we are usually, most of us have pain points, right? And what I've learned over the years is the more you learn about Greek mythology, the more you are technically learning about psychology. And it's actually really fucking useful. All those Greek gods are basically spirits, caricatures of the passions of the human spirit, right? So this is honestly something that is useful to align yourself with. Tragedy is actually it was something that the Greeks invented as an art form, which is kind of interesting, right? So you connect that together. You want to find your archetype, or per se get close to it, right? But the idea is to craft a new persona, a new personality. And most importantly, when it comes to branding, when it comes to marketing, you you are not the hero. You may be the hero in your own story. You may be the hero of your life, right? We all that much is impossible. That much not impossible. That much is needed. It is healthy. But you got to remember, dude, no one cares about you. Right? This is the masculine truth when it comes down to us bros. No one gives a fuck about you unless you're saving their life, unless you're doing something, unless you're a woman, right, or a dog. And even then, bro, you go. I've been to Ecuador. There's dogs all over the fucking street. Even then, like, dogs have it pretty tough too. What you are actually is a guide. You are Gandalf, right? You are the dude with the map. You are the guy in which everyone else is the hero. Okay? Everyone else, the people that you want to help, the people that you want to get paid for, they are the hero. Oh no, my marker just ran out. That's that's terrible. That is terrible. But this is, when it comes down to it, this is proper marketing. They are the hero. Everyone else is the hero. What you're doing basically is you're that dude on a side quest in which the hero comes over and wants to perhaps buy a new weapon, buy a new skin suit, doesn't know how to get to the next level, and you're there to tell them what to do, where to go, or whatever. You're selling them something, you're giving them something. Okay, so you're the guide. You are the guide. And finally, for a lot of us guys, this is the most important. This is the philosophical, substantial part to me. Kierkegaard basically said that despair is when you are misaligned with yourself. So if you're feeling depressed, right? If you're feeling sad, if you feel like there is a lot of melancholy in your life, it is because you don't know yourself. You don't have a self to align to. And this is where Nietzsche comes into play. Okay. Kierkegaard would say you find yourself by making the leap of faith into Christianity. And I still think that much is true. Okay. At the core, when beyond, like at the end of the day, you need to believe in God. You have to have faith. Right. But that I know that's a personal thing. The leap of faith is totally whatever you want to do. The Nietzschean marketable aspect is this. Who can you craft? Who can you make? Right? This is the identity design that you will start to design, you will start to embody, you would even act it out. And honestly, this is really the only way that you can start to know what your real self is. After you create one, right? You create one of these, two of these, three of these, four of these, you start to get closer and closer and closer to the center. So I know this is a quick rundown. It's not meant to be elaborate, but this is the same thing I just used in one of my skits. But nonetheless, it gets the point across. So, young love, deuces.